Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Evelyn. I'm here to introduce you to a new level of entertainment. The stars have aligned, connecting Brooklyn, New York, Sacramento, California, and Atlanta, Georgia. The team. Introducing Flatbush, Brooklyn's finest, the boss, Chef Chupino. Hailing from Sacramento, California, is Andrea Lynch. From the dirty South Atlanta, Georgia, is your boy, Victor Freeze Music, or just Vic.
Hop on, jump, it's the weekend. Dream come true with the big friends. Hitting on doors, that's a defense. Rolling with all, that's an offense. It me, Chen, Drew, let me peach. With our bull shaking to my maybe drop bands. So they won't buy, and I say, so they won't buy, you to give play, baby, tell me what you want. Julian, I know you need fun. Ever since remember we been knocking at the door. Y'all been moving paper, we be running up the school. Never for that pill that we was sleeping on the floor. West side Africa, you know the shit ain't far. I don't care what they say. We don't care. Driving all night long. I don't care what they say. We don't care. Bobby, baby, come roll with me. All night long. As times relax, my mind's relax. I got now from who got next. Here's my number, just send a text. You got a man and she responds, nah. Okay, showing up. I'ma let you go, don't wanna hold you up. I'ma call your phone when I put it up. Whoever let you go must be dumb as fuck. Wait for. Girl, you so fine, I pay for. Fly you first class to the lake for. Body so blessed, I pray for. Body so blessed, I pray for. Because I don't care what you say. I don't care what they say. We don't care. Bobby, driving all night long. I don't care what they say. We don't care. Bobby, driving all night long. Why did I kill it? Night long. This the part where you get your girl, nigga. Make sure she focus, nigga. Make sure you focus, nigga. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, hit it. I don't care what they say. We don't care. Bobby, driving all night long. I don't care what they say. We don't care. Bobby, driving all night long. I don't care what they say. We don't care. Bobby, driving all night long. I don't care what they say. That's a hit for your ass, nigga. Hit for your ass, nigga. Prophet the One. Follow me on all Instagram sites, PROPHETTHEONE. That's Prophet the One in case you couldn't spell. But if you could, you already got it. Like Prophet like God and then duh like duh, nigga.
What it do? Daytime, you see that sunlight? You see that sunlight coming in? What's good? It's your boy, Chef Chupeezy in the spot. Right now, 1:13 Eastern Standard Time, PM. 10:13. Oh, I said PM. Damn it. We do this again. I'm not used to being up this early. 1:14 now, PM, Eastern Standard Time. 10:14 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Pacific Standard Time. Why? Because you already know who you got from the West Coast up in this piece right now.
Hey,
Uh-oh.
everybody.
Shit. Wait. Hold on. Okay, now she playing with us. Hold on, y'all. Here we go. Let's give it to him.
Hey, everybody. How everybody doing tonight? Well, today it's the morning. It's morning in the West Coast, okay? In
I
the
see you.
afternoon in the East Coast, okay?
Let them know what makes you special in this universe.
What makes me special is I'm Andrea. I like to give my opinion and, just kicking it with my friends on YouTube. Like my boy Chef Supino and my people in the chat. How everybody doing this afternoon, this morning? Okay, it's a little early in the West Coast, okay? You don't normally see us this early.
Right. You don't even understand. I'm still. I don't even know what type of stuff Andrea got me on the day. But we doing some things. We making
Yeah,
some moves.
you're making some
We
moves.
so it's like, hey, we got to try. We got to be open to try a couple things here. So while I let Andrea cook momentarily, what I'm doing is just some quick technical stuff in the background. All
Okay.
right.
How is everybody doing this? It's hot in Cali. Okay, I got a fan on, an air conditioner on. I got two fans running. Okay, it's hot in Cali. And we over in the hundreds. And the girl Andrea stays in the house. Okay, the kids in summer school, and I stay in the house because I can't take that heat over 100. I get a migraine. So we just chilling today. We gonna have something for everybody to see. I think this might be a good show. But
What you
shout
mean, Mike? Hold on. Let me.
I mean, it's gonna be a good show.
Hold on. What you mean, Mike? Yo, don't be coming with that. Don't be coming with them half stepping on the hope. We don't have step on the hope over here.
Okay, but it's
You
gonna be
get
a
what I'm
good
saying?
show because we're here. But shout out to our teammate Victor Freeze. We love him, we miss him,
Hold
but
it
he
down to Vic.
hold it down to us. But we gonna say we love him, give him a shout out too.
So remember, the team is me, Andrea, and Vic. So right now, he got a few things he's doing, and he has a heavy work schedule. Having a heavy work schedule is a beautiful thing because that means you get into that bag. So our job is to push this thing forward so that this bag will let him lean less on that bag. You feel me? So it's work. We all putting in work over here. You feel me? So, damn, I said you feel me a few times. I got to get off of that.
Yes.
Know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, let's go send some love out to the folks in the chat. You know how we do. We got Derek C. Williams, sent here by the ubiquitous Andrea Lynch. Can't to hear her obliviate on some topical issues. I'd like to get her to take on the recent phenomenon affecting young people called SADS. Respect due to Flatbush own Chef Shapino. Yes, live from Radnor, my dude. Flatbush all day, every day. My guy, TCW, Trash Can Waves. Tanique, what's good, family? Of course, this is Andrea. Gabrielle, Sakafet, Haitian brother all the way from Canada. We got Canada on the check-in, right? baby. The 5-foot assassin has just entered our area. Red Lipstick Vibes, what's going on? You got to definitely check out her page, see what she has going on over there. She has some real action, nice setup. She's everywhere, every channel. She's omnipresent. All right. You got to check out Trash Can Waves too. When he decides to go on and do his thing, it's an experience. You know what I mean? He doesn't just come on all the time regular, but he's like Sade, where she come out every few years, but it's gonna be a banger. So so check out TCW, Danique. Oh snap, what up, cuz? Yeah, that's my real blood cousin right there, Evan Gabriel. What up, cuz? What it do? Hey, Demeter. I like that color there. Okay. Look like one of them dancing dolls right now. I see you in there. I see you in the spot.
Well,
Oh, snap. There we go. He was the actual first super chat ever of the channel yesterday, or day before yesterday. today. He's the first super chat of the day. Sac Passe, thank you for that super chat, Gabrielle. I appreciate you.
I got a question for you.
You talk to me. Let's go.
Since you know music, what you think about that Beyonce new song? Everybody, they don't really care for it.
Why not?
I think that they were expecting more from her, and I think that they don't like it. They was like, I expected more. You know, she's older. She's a mom of 3. I think that she's changing her music style. You know, she ain't about that. Surfboard. You know, bootylicious songs. I think she's
yeah, surfboard.
I think she's in.
I think that was your favorite part. Surfboard.
I just think she's evolved as a woman, as a mother, as a wife, and everybody expected her to expect something different. I don't really care for the song because I don't really care for her as an artist, but she is an artist. I only think I play Beyonce when I'm at the gym working on my body. Okay, that's why I play her songs.
So, because there's a couple of the songs that she came out with. Here's the thing that I say. They do it to everybody. Okay. Artists grow. Artists normally, like a painter, for instance, they may start off painting portraits, right?
Yeah.
And at some point, their muse takes them a different direction, and they may go and paint landscapes. You know, they may go through a certain dark period of their creative essence, and create scenes that reflect, death, right?
Yeah.
You had Prince. Each of the times he would come out with a project, it was thematic, it was cinematic, and it was based on a resonance to where he was feeling at that time. Even the Black Album that he came out with. So what I really believe is that if we truly respect artists and the way they create, and they resonated with us, then what we have to do is respect their journey and their travels, because it was the previous travels they had that made those masterpieces that we enjoyed. So if we are truly loyal artists, if you want to call it that, then what we need to do is trust the process, trust the evolution of that artist, trust their growth. Same way we did with Ray Charles, same thing with Johnny Cash, same thing with different artists that were able to transition almost into a different genre or a different sound. So they got to give it a shot. Remember, they were doing that to Jay-Z years ago. That was like 10 years ago. They were doing the same thing that Jay-Z, talking about he was sounding different. Which you're supposed to.
I listen to the song. I listen to it. It ain't my cup of tea, but I do think she's evolved as a wife, a mother. She's a mother of 3 now, and so I think she's changing her sound, and I don't have a problem with that because I think she will come out with better music. But I mean, I haven't heard the whole album. I think there's some bangers on there. I'm pretty sure she got some, but people have to give her time because she was pregnant with twins. She's a mother of 3, a wife. That's a lot on her plate. I mean, I know she got help, but she's still a mother, a wife, and all that. And I think they should just give it some time.
I think they should give her some time.
Yeah,
she can't be the young hot chick all the time, man.
Yeah, she can't be the hot chick all that. Body change. When you have kids, your body changes. So I just think give her some time. She's gonna be better.
So, do you think it's the best way to say it? Do you think she should ever go back to the same way before in order to feed her family, or you think that it's important for her to grow?
Well, I think you can still be a hot girl, okay, a hot mother, and still grow and mature. That's the one thing I say about Mary J. Blige. She always coming out with them bangers that women love for the summer. and I love him. I love Mary J. Blige anyway. Okay. But yeah, I think people should let her grow. Let her grow into the face. You remember Jane Jackson back in the day, Control, that was my shit, okay? Control. And then she evolved as a woman, as you know, as a growing up. So yeah, I think she evolved. But people should expect.
I just want to remind you something. We monetize now, right, homie? So, you know, man, I want to get the detergent ads, the Disney ads, you know, the Massengill disposable douche and all of that. I want all of them daytime joints, yo. You know what I mean? So, you know, I'm trying to lean back off the profanity during this time.
Okay, I forgot. My bad.
Right.
By the time he over here,
he's
special now, people. We can't even use the word when we used to.
Right. I want them special commercials, the ones where it'd be like the two white ladies, and they'd be like, "Hey, girl, you ever have that not so fresh feeling?" I want all of them commercials, yo. Right. Now, man, yes, the lady products. I want all of that. Okay. Right. It's gonna. I'm gonna come out with my own line of douche.
Oh God!
It's gonna be called Chef's Au Jus. I'm gonna be coming with some new douche. It's gonna be Chef's Au Jus. Don't mind me. Y'all got me out here early. You know what I mean? Rilla, what it do? Oh snap! I'm missing a lot. Vic, my God, what's good, family? Rilla, yes. Stevie, Marvin, Kanye, Chicago Rilla. Yep. Salute. Gail, you already know how she moderates. Oh snap! Penny, what's going on, Penny? Man, it's been a minute since I've seen you. I just remember. You know, when Mama burned you on Good Times, man, that was a messed up thing. You know what I'm saying, Penny? But I'm glad you was able to make it through. All right? And if y'all ain't get that joke, then I'm just old. Penny, Good Times, yes. Mama,
Janet
Don't
Jackson.
Burn Me, Janet Jackson. You see what we did there? Connections. Let's go. So let's see what we have. Yes. Chef Uncle. Ladies can't use those. Chef's disposable douche coming soon. I'm gonna call it super sauce. The cleansing spritz. But before we even go that route, cuts it go hard. Before we even go that route, we're going to do a little bit of branding. I've been advised that I haven't been doing enough. So within the next couple of weeks, it's going to be time. You'll be seeing some unboxings. You'll be seeing some endorsements. You'll be seeing a couple of people rocking this thing here. So take a look at it before we get this started. Yeah. Maison Choupinot.
I like the high top ones. I like the high top ones.
What's funny is the ladies seem to like the high top ones. And the fellas are liking them too, but I noticed that the ladies are jumping to the high top ones. And for the record, These are being shipped directly from the factory in Italy. These are using high-end, fine, high-grade Italian leather, Italian suede. The next capsule collection, there's an option for vegan shoes, believe it or not. So, I may give that a shot, but the thing that I'm going to be focusing on is this capsule collection. And the next one, I'm actually going to be designing some heels for the ladies. Believe that. So
the first lady gonna have her own pair.
say it again.
The first lady gonna have her own pair.
You Negroes always begging. Come on, man. You already know. We're gonna get this situated. So it's hey, I sent the love. TCHBCU Queen TV. What's good? We here? What it do? All right. So here's what we're gonna do first. I want you guys to know there's a bit of curriculum because this is not one of those 4 or 5 hour Chef Shapino shows. This is the Truth and Balance show. So we have a little curriculum here today. And what we're going to do is we're going to get started with the curriculum. And then what's going to happen is we're going to hit you with the link once we kind of get this thing started. I see you, TC. We're going to send it to you. Send it to the text it to her if you can, Andrea. But just let's do this. We're gonna start this thing off real quick because we're talking about truth and balance today. All right. So I want to ask everybody, everybody, and I need you to participate. 1, do you believe your children should leave the house at 18? 2, if you believe the children should stay at home as long as they need to. One, if you think that the children should leave at 18. 2, if you think that they should stay at home with you as long as they need to. I see Penny with the 2. Gail says they should stay at home. Penny feels they should stay at home. Okay. Who else? Derek said this can be, yes, if they can sustain. Derek went to U.S. Navy at 18. And in 85, I was 18. Okay. But what do you think they should? What do you think they should? I see you, Dawn. And then I see you. Okay, 1 between 18 and 21 years old. Okay, ZB. My guy, ZB on deck. Hold on 1 second. Who else we got? Dawn said 2. Derek says staying at home too long gets them too uncomfortable.
He would feel that way, okay? He would. He would be the main one feel that way.
Okay. TCW. Look what he said. He said daughters stay till they're married.
Oh, that's not good either. I done that. That's not good. That's a hell to the damn no. I did stay home until I got married. And that's not good either.
Talk about
it. Staying home until I got married.
Yeah.
I personally feel like I personally feel like I was not ready. I wasn't ready. If I had my own apartment and know how to decorate a little bit myself instead of staying home until I got married. That wasn't good. No, at least be gone a year and then get married. Don't stay at home with mama and daddy, because then you're not really ready for the real world. Especially you get married, that's responsibility. A husband, cooking, cleaning. Oh no, You need to be out. You need to be
Well,
out.
how will you learn how to become a wife?
How do you learn how to become a wife? Well, it's trial and error in the first 6 months. I'm still a bad one, but I'm still a bad cooking. He said I still can't cook good enough.
Damn.
But I had kids. I knew how to be a mother because my mom had a daycare, so I've been around kids since I was like 10 years old. So I knew how to mother a child, how to take care of a child. But being a wife, cooking, cleaning, and then my ex-husband was like, his clothes had to be ironed for the whole week. Okay, he was a little anal about his clothes being ironed for the whole week. Hey, TC.
What up, TC?
What's up? What's up?
What up? What up? What it do?
What up? What's up? To the balance. To my eye. This is okay. To the divine masculine and the divine feminine coming together in balance. I love it.
Bang. I like that. What's going on with you? Thanks for joining us on your lunch break.
Yeah, I'm at lunch. Let me just come in. I wanted to say, good afternoon. Salute to both of you. Say hello to Andrea. I'm so proud of her. She's doing her doggone thing. Y'all are at imbalance, and that's what we need. I know my brothers that I have around, we're always in balance, so I understand it. It's a wonderful thing. And your question is amazing.
Okay.
I appreciate that. I appreciate the love. You know what I mean? I appreciate the support. Don't worry, don't say too much about it, but we're about to October, we're gonna shut it down.
Yes, we is.
Listen.
We're gonna shut it down.
Listen, listen, the Red Sea has parted, honey, and the gods and the goddesses are getting ready to go across. Do you hear me?
Without question.
With ease, because once they see us, they will understand with our vibration, of course. They will understand, let my people go. Let them go. Let them do what they want to do. And Andrea's going to be home anyway. So she's having a double homecoming.
Amen.
Dig it. Well, listen, I'm going to let you all go. Hello to the chat and all the great people that are in it. I just wanted to say hello to you all. Salute to you all. Thank you for everybody. And thank you for all that you do. And say hello to Vic as well. All righty.
All right, TCHBU.
HBCU, baby. Right. Historically black colleges and universities. All of them. Okay, and to the light and to the east, my brother. I know you know all sums, all added, all adages and everything. You don't think I know about you? You don't. Yeah. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go. Talk to y'all later.
You have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Indeed, bro. Talk to you later, Andrea.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
So, all right. Oops. Just knock down the light because it ain't real if things don't take place. But yeah, man. So, she froze on us. There she go.
Yeah, I think they should be gone. They should be gone out the house, have their own apartment, be free, just to have fun. I don't think girls should stay home until they get married.
All right. So there's families that believe that it's important to give those children an opportunity to eliminate the option for debt.
True. I agree with that.
Because some of us, including myself as a father, I'm big on wanting to buy my children's time back.
Yes.
That means create some sort of wealth growth, legacy in order to eliminate them having to be enslaved on somebody else's 40-hour-a-week clock.
Okay, well, I don't have a problem with that, but can I ask you some couple questions? So your daughter is, I say 21. She going to the club. She not coming in until 1 in the morning. You gonna be okay with that?
That's different though. The thing that I'm talking about is I'm talking about a more focus based. I'm talking about a more focus based, living at the house. It's not just living at the house and being able
No,
to
she
just
working.
live off of mommy and daddy and then she just
No,
spend
she
all her
no,
own money. It's
no,
talking
she
about
working.
building her foundation.
Okay, she working. She going to school. She getting her degree. She might be I don't know. I can say she might be a doctor. She working, going to school, getting her degree. She gonna, if she want to go out with her girls and be okay, you gonna be okay. She coming home at 1 in the morning, because I would probably stay at home with my mama and daddy if they were dog control me.
I want to answer that.
Uh-huh.
If it wasn't rhetorical, I can answer that.
Okay.
If she's working,
Yes.
going to school,
Yes.
stacking her bread,
Yes.
doing what she has to do in order to grow,
Yes.
and she wants to go to a party and come home at 1 in the morning.
Yes.
Look, watch this. Hell yeah, that's the least of my problems. Now, she said she would have had 20 D's up in the course of 14 days. That's a whole different conversation. But the thing is, her being able to let off steam after doing everything that I need her to do to build that foundation, so when she leaves, she won't be in debt.
Mm-hmm.
Her blowing off steam it's necessary. Pressure bust pipes. Well, I got to celebrate the big homie, the bro. I appreciate and salute you, my dude. Thank you for the $49.99 super chat. You know what I mean? He did that because I owe him a penny.
Okay.
So he didn't make it 50. I owe him a penny. You know what I'm saying? But my guy, I appreciate you. E Blizzy in the spot. And then there was somebody else I didn't send love to. Erin Laura. Hey, welcome to the show. He said, if I don't have a man or friends to live with, I'm staying in my dad's home. I've been there and don't want to live alone again. I was scared a lot of nights. That's definitely another perspective as well, because people tend to lean towards the perspective of, lazy kid, or inability to detach, or like I like to say, inability to let go of the titty, right?
Yes.
This is different. This is more protection based and comfort based. If I don't have a man or friends to live with, I'm staying in my dad's home. I've been there and don't want to live alone again. I was scared a lot of nights. It makes a lot of sense. What do you think about that, Andrea? Thank you, Erin Laura. That's some good feedback right there.
When I was trying to move out, I was gonna move out with my cousin. My mom's sister, daughter. But my parents still said no. They say stay at home until you get married. They didn't want me. They didn't want me to learn how to drive. They were trying to just keep me like away from the world, and I'm like, I want to be out away from y'all. And so I think if my now I ain't gonna lie, my kids ain't my daughter about to move out with her brother. I love my kids, but we can't be roommates. It's just difficult for us. I ain't gonna lie, they drive me crazy. They coming in all times of night, making me up in the middle of the night. I don't like all that. So no, I think you need their own place. I'm sorry. It's too much for me. It's too much.
Papi Blanco, ¿qué te pasa, hermanito? What it do? Him versus Her Solutions, a.k.a. A.R. Stratusburg. That told you that name, yo. We do like a novel. A.R. Stratusburg Chronicles. My guy. Derek says, I always say, what does a protected child do once the parents are no longer amongst the living and they have to do it alone? So one thing I noticed in terms of the approach that you've taken, Derek, is more so, it's almost like 300, like the movie 300. We got to get them ready, get them out there, let them get the scratches, the bumps and bruises in order to make them tougher and more able to navigate the ecosystem. So I noticed, and it's not a negative thing in terms of your statements or your answers. They're more leaning to, yo, they're gonna have to deal with this. Let them deal with it now. You know, so I can respect that too, because I do believe the newer generation. I'm gonna blame ourselves, right? But I do see some difference in terms of how the newer generation is able to navigate things within society today. Let's leave it at that. But I blame us for any iniquities that they have. You know.
If my parents weren't controlling, I probably would have stayed home until I was like 25. I probably would have, but they was, because my dad was big on coming in the house at what he say 12 o'clock. I'm 22 years old. Oh, I like blonde weeds. He didn't like that. I was like, you know what? I like to show a low cut shirt on, low cut dress on. Oh, he didn't like that either. And then one time, I was grown. And my mom asked me to come over and bring her some money. I was like, sure, but I just got my hair done. I said, Mama, I'm on my way. I come over to her house. I had a halter dress on. Now I forgot that I forgot that they don't like that kind of stuff. She gonna give me a towel. I was like, oh, I'm got to go. I said, I'm going. I got to go. She put a towel around my shoulder. She said, you know, you daddy like that skiing. I was like, I got to go, Mama. I can't do this with you. Oh no. If they was like one controlling, I would have probably stayed at home.
Papi Blanco TV says, one thing about girls between 16 to 25, the more you try to control them, the more loose they will be outside of your crib. Girls don't understand you tried to save them from themselves.
That's not true. I say a virgin till I got married. Okay, like my parents asked me to, and I did that. Okay, but I still.
Man, she lying, yo. She lying, man. Say Bible. Say Bible. No, I'm joking.
I got married. Okay, I did. Okay, but the thing is, I still was. My friends was on the under. I had older friends. They would teach me how to drive. We was going to the club. So you know, at the beginning, I became a liar to my parents. Like I was like, Mom, I can't go to church tonight because I'm at work. I wasn't at work. I was out at partying. So my thing is, if you don't want your kids to lie to you, you don't want your kids to just learn how to be free a little bit. Because you didn't experience it and you're trying to keep them from the world, they're gonna start doing things. They're gonna be trying to see what's out there that you don't want them to see. The more you say no, the more you say don't do it. I was trying to see what the hell she was talking about, what I couldn't do. So I'm just saying, and to me, I'm not saying I was a wild animal, but man, I started drinking when I go. My husband took me to the club. I was like 25. Took me to the club. I was drinking. I was like, "Ooh, what's this?" I had Long Island iced teas. I was like, you know, I just think when you try to control and try to keep them at home or try to tell them they can't do something, they become wild animals when they get out there.
So, do you think that that wild animal was already in them?
Oh, my dad was already wild animal. He was just kind of contain me. Me and my dad had conversations right now. He said I was already a wild animal. He was just trying to contain me.
That's funny.
But I don't regret anything. I mean, my friends taught me how to drive. The girls I'm with are still my friends today. I met them at my first job, and they're much older than me, and we are good friends to this day. And we laugh about the things that I couldn't do with their mama. My girlfriend had her own house. Her mama bought her a house. She had her own, a 2-story house. I was like, man. My mom was like, And my other girlfriend, her name was Andrea, and she had a tattoo. I went home and said, Mom, can I get a tattoo? She was like, no. And I was like, but why? She said, that's, what did she say? She said, the Lord don't see good at that, women getting tattoos. So I didn't get tattooed. I think I got my first tattoo when I was 40. Because my mother kept saying, God's children don't need tattoos. They don't want to mess their body up.
See, imagine if you got that tattoo back then when you wanted to. It probably would have been some dumb shit, like excuse me the cursing, like something done like you would have got like Tito Jackson tattooed on your titty.
No, we got
you know. So maybe she actually
this
saved you from
tattoo is
yourself.
my mother right here. This tattoo is my mother right here. This tattoo is my mother right here. It's my mother, and I got my kids on my back. Okay, so but I'm gonna say,
Right, but back then, you would have got Tito on your titty.
no, I would. And then I didn't get my nose pierced until I was like 36. And then one day I went by her house and said, I got my nose pierced. She said, you know what, Lord don't tell you to mess up your body, your face. I was like, Mom, you just, you know, you're just doing too much. I'm grown. I got 2 kids. I'm divorced. What? You know, I'm like, come on now. And
Okay.
she was like, you guys are just doing things that, you know, we didn't do. She was like, we didn't do this.
E Black said you would have got a tattoo of salt and pepper. Push it good. Right.
No, I would.
Oh snap! It would have been E40. It would be a portrait of E40.
No,
Look,
no.
So question for you:
Yes.
Does them paying bills make a difference?
Yes, it does.
Mm.
And I did charge my son and my daughter living with me. I did charge them. You on mute, Chef? You're on mute.
I didn't say nothing. I was adjusting the mic. There.
Okay. I did charge my kids when they lived with me. I charged them $300. Because my dad charged me. And back in the day, he charged me $200. I only went up $100. So, you know, you'd be lucky that my sister.
So you was passing down the abuse then, huh?
my older sister, she charged her kids $500 to live with her.
So, okay, I'll tell you with me, right?
Uh-huh.
Before I do that, let me say what's up. We see some new folks in here. Mr. Tulilo, morning, afternoon. What's going on, family? Thank you for coming through. Shit, what up? So, I became a record executive at 19 years old. So I was literally, and I started getting to the bread.
Uh-huh.
I was looking for a spot in Manhattan. Even though I grew up in Brooklyn, I was looking for a spot in Manhattan. There was actually a spot that I found. Mm-hmm. Dope. And it was going to be me and one of my homeboys. It was literally a 3-story, a triplex apartment. Mm-hmm. Directly, it was literally maybe a block away from Empire State Building. Mm-hmm. 3 floors. Each floor had the stairs that took you up to the next floor. It was dope. And that's what we were going to do on some ill roommate, crazy party vibe. Mm-hmm. And then my mom, she was like, listen, and we lived in a house in Brooklyn. Mm-hmm. She was like, you know, if you want to help out, I'll give you the basement and then we'll set it up, hook the basement up so you could live down there. And I knew her and my stepdad, you know, they had been divorcing and stuff. So, and she had to buy him out to keep us in the house. So, mm-hmm. At that point, I made the decision to actually take over the apartment in my mom's basement of the house. And it was one of the best things that I was able to do. I was able to also, you know, help her maintain the home and all of that stuff. So it was a positive thing. It was definitely a positive thing. But I call that anecdotal because everybody's situation is not like mine. Right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I do believe that in certain situations, once you allow that child to become a breadwinner within your home, or a strong, supportive breadwinner within your home, you open the door to different kind of possibilities. You open the door to different kind of attitudes. Because before, in order for me, the first meal that I ever had was at your bosom. The first person that ever spoon-fed me was you. Bottle-fed me was you. Makes my food, prepares my food, cleans me, do all those things was you. So that's a different type of deference that you show to that person because they're responsible for everything, right? But then now when that person feels like they up there with you, I think it can have an impact on the socioeconomics of that family dynamic now.
I believe that, but my daddy was like that $200 don't mean shit to me. Okay, excuse my language. That $200 don't mean nothing to me. Give it to your mama, because let her do what she want to do. But you gonna learn how to pay something, because you can't live here for free. So he just said that just give it to your mama at on the first of the month. And I still had to clean. I still had to cook. I still had to clean the house up. I still had to do chores around that house, even though I was grown. But he was like that $200 don't mean nothing here. I'm still the man of the house. This is my house. You still live it here. But you gonna pay, because you gonna give that to your mama. Let her do what she wanna do. But you gonna take that $200 out your check every month and give it, and like you paying rent. You ain't paying that much rent, because stuff was high, so you ain't paying that much rent. But you need to have a responsibility to like you paying rent somewhere. So that $200 I gave to my mom, but she was still demanding me. I was like, Mom, I'm working a full-time job and going to school. She would say, you got to cook, you still got to clean. She still had more chores for me. And I was like, but my son and my daughter, my son be acting like the water bill ain't high, the laundry detergent ain't high, the lights ain't high, drinking all the water around here. I be saying, well, if you drink the last, can you put some money on the table so we can buy some more? I'm like, they don't like the responsibility. Toilet paper ain't free, washing powders ain't free. It's a responsibility. That's why I was, and that $300 I was charging for, that showed the responsibility. We got to buy washing powders, we got to buy toilet tissue, we got to buy, toilet paper, all that kind of stuff, and take everything for free. Money don't grow on trees.
Okay. So I'm that kid.
Uh-huh.
I'm that kid that you talking all of that smack to right there.
Yes.
I'm gonna be like, okay, so you tell me I got to give 200.
Yes.
And then I come through and I be like, you know what? Nah. Here's 400. Watch the way you talk to me, woman.
Check this out. If you can pay for 100, you can go on out and get your own place. Because last time I checked, I still pay all the bills up in here. Okay, your daddy's still paying your cell phone bill. And this
What you mean all the bills? You ain't paying all the bills. You want my punk at $200?
$200 don't mean nothing to me. Okay, this is.
So then why you taking it from me, mama?
I'm taking it from you because it's showing responsibility. Because when you
get
out
so what's that? That's tuition. That's tuition. You teach me I got to pay you.
It's showing responsibility.
You don't even got a PhD, mama. What you doing with my money?
Whatever I want to do to it, okay? But it shows responsibility because I'm saying
you taking my money for that hair. I see that hair. You got about you got about 8 bald-headed Brazilian ladies somewhere on the planet right now crying.
I'm just saying it shows.
That's what you doing. My $200 is going to Brazil.
Whatever I want to do with it, okay? But it shows responsibility, and you gotta when you get your own place, you got responsibility, and it shows that my mom and dad had 7 kids, and I did not mind helping my brothers and sisters. I got me a job at 16 because my daddy wasn't buying the things we wanted to get. So I was the oldest one in the house. I got a job so I could help the 3 behind me. Okay. And so my mama wasn't working. She was old and she had diabetes. So I was like, that $200 didn't mean nothing to me because I was already making good money. I was already saving anyway to get up out of her house. So that showed me responsibility that I had to pay something every month. And at the end of the day, if your parents have gave you a good life and have done the best they can to take care of you, what is wrong with paying $200, $250, $300? Because maybe it's showing that mama, I appreciate you let me stay here and paying a little rent, and then I'm stacking my cash too. I appreciate mama. I appreciate it. Don't you thank you for coming up in this house telling me what to do when I'm paying all the bills. And I have a famous saying: being grown and acting grown is 2 different things. When I say I'm grown, I pay the car insurance, the car note, the rent, the PG&E, everything. That's grown people do. Okay. And some kids think I'm like, you think you're grown, but they paying their cell phone bill. You think you're grown, mama and daddy still paying the car insurance. They ain't being grown. They ain't being grown to me. Because when I said I was grown. I moved out of my parents' house, and when I left their house, I said I'm never coming back to your house to stay with you. Never. I don't care if me and my kid move into a 1-bedroom apartment. Never coming back to mama and daddy house. Now I visit them, but I ain't never come like to live with them. I'm just saying, being grown and acting grown is two different things. If you grown, if you want to say you grown, you pay all your bills. Daddy ain't paying the cell phone bill. Mama ain't paying the car insurance. When you grown, and I mean 22 grown, not up in my face talking about I can come in anytime I want to.
So there's some cultures though, right? Where the kids, they don't want their kids to have to pay a mortgage. They don't want their kids to owe a lot of money to the bank. And what they'll do is they'll create a dynamic where the kids will keep their money because they're thinking about legacy.
Yes.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So the thing is, though, in terms of what you're saying, it may fly in the face of that because those families are not taking it as a home contribution. What they're doing is they're literally allowing those children to build their wealth so that they can move directly into a home and not have to mortgage their time and life away.
I think that's a beautiful thing, but it doesn't work with everybody's family. What works for your family may not work for my family. If I love my children, but I'm a adopted mom, and I like my sanctuary is my house. Okay, I don't like folks coming in time all time of night in my house. I put my kids to bed at 8:00. I'm having me a glass of wine, watch my reality show. I don't want folks coming to my house at 1:00 in the morning. Okay,
Right.
And plus, I'm a night owl, so when I finally go home to sleep, folks are waking up my sleep. And plus, I'm a grown woman. What if I have my man over here doing grown-up things?
So let's talk. I want to. So I'm gonna ask you one question. So if your kid decided that they were selling booty to make that money, would you take it or would you charge them more?
Don't even tell me that. I don't want to know that. Don't tell me that.
Would you kick him out or would you charge him double? He's like, wait, you getting that OnlyFans?
Don't tell me that.
Renegotiate the Andrea Lynch.
Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that.
So look, you know what? It really happened though. It really happened.
Yes.
I'm gonna show y'all. So this is what happens when a 19-year-old, her mom got wind of her selling pics and doing the thing on OnlyFans. And mom just figured it out. Let's go.
Mom, you're not acting like an adult right now. You're not acting like an adult right now. Adults don't do this. You're not acting like an adult.
Get out of the house now. Okay? You are an adult now. Get out of my house.
You're not acting like an adult. You are 40 or 50 years old, and I am 19 years old, and you are acting like a kid. You don't throw stuff at your kid like that.
Okay? Today, move all of your stuff out. Okay? Or I will move it for you. Okay?
Alright, y'all, so what's your opinion on this video? Would you kick your child out if you figured out she was getting her income off of in a specific way?
To me, that's a little disrespectful to be doing that. And your mama, no, I couldn't do that. My daddy would have killed me. My daddy would have no, that's not appropriate. That's not appropriate. No, it's not appropriate. No. I can agree with that. She want to be able to get her OnlyFans in her own apartment. Fine with me, but that's not in my house. It's a respect level too. It's some things my dad used to say, if you ain't came in by 1:00, don't come back to this house till the next day. So
you look like this when stuff just stopped popping.
my parents, I tell you, they had some rules. Shoot, I was dating my ex-husband. I had to be home by 10:00. That was so crazy.
Okay, so let me ask you about this one.
Mm-hmm.
So, because personally,
that's disrespectful.
I don't know how I would have reacted. I don't even want to think about that. That's not even man. Just to imagine the amounts of rage that you're gonna be going through. And the way that my mind works, it works with too much detail where part of me is like, get the hell up out of my house, right?
Yeah.
But the other part of me is like, wait a minute. Now I put her out of my house and she's under pressure. She gonna be selling more feet pics and booty pics in
Yes,
order to feed herself.
I mean, when you, I think if you're gonna try to do that, have your own place so your mama don't have to see that. Just show a level of us that's disrespectful to me. I mean, I had more respect for my parents. Even one day, I think I cussed at her house. I said, "Oh, I'm sorry, mom." I mean, I was like, it's a level of respect.
Papi Blanco said he would have sent her back to China.
It's a level of respect. It's a level of respect.
And Mills, what's going on? She said, "Get your nasty ass up."
Yeah, it's a level of respect.
Is it a level of respect for the parents, or a lack of respect for themselves?
To me, it's both.
Level of respect for parents, there's two things. There's level of respect for parents, and then there's a level of fear, right? And sometimes I think we conflate the two. A level of fear is, I'm worried that Pop or Mama gonna whoop my ass. They're gonna ostracize me. They'll kick me out. They're gonna do this, that, or the other. They're gonna tell Granny. Those are being afraid of them, right?
Yes.
But the other part of having respect, it's this is the having respect. Man, I could never do that. You understand how hard mama and daddy work? I mean, man, we only see him 2-3 hours a night, and he's tired, and he still works with us and does that, and he put us in this house. We don't have to wish for anything, and I know how proud of a man he is. So that is moving in lieu of the respect that you have for that parent. The other piece is just moving in fear of potential repercussions.
You know what? I when I got grown, I didn't fear my parents. It was a disappointment that I didn't want to disappoint them, because I'm like, my dad come from the North Carolina, the Migos, and so he learned a trade and be able to take care of his 7 kids and his wife. And so I'm just wanting to show my daddy that, Daddy, I know you working hard. That you don't have to buy me and my sister and brothers the thing we want. I got it. I'm gonna take care of us while you just go ahead and provide the food and paying the bills, because I don't think he was disappointed that he couldn't buy all the things we wanted. So the pressure that he didn't have to do it, that was like, I'm gonna go ahead and be right. I'm not gonna be acting a fool. I'm gonna go ahead and go to school and get a job, and so you and mama don't have to stress no more. And I seen his hands, I seen his knees, I seen how he was hardworking, and to this day he still is. He retired this year, so at 76. So I didn't want to disappoint him. Now my mama, she was a different story. My mama, I was like, Mama, go ahead and just say how you feel. You can yell, it's all right, because I know you're gonna do it anyway. Just keep on talking. But my daddy, now I was more afraid of my daddy than my mama. But I didn't want to disappoint my mama. But she knew we was doing some things my dad didn't like. But she wouldn't tell him, because she feel like sometimes he was a little hard on us. And so a couple times I tied my shirts up. I had low cut shirts on, and then I would change my clothes. So my mama, she knew all the tricks of the trade I was doing. But she was like, she always gonna talk her mess.
So
and even my kids, even though I talk my mess to my kids, I ain't gonna lie. I told my kids to get a AAA card. Okay, I said, y'all got your driver's license, get a AAA card. And my son, his daddy gave him his old Suburban. And so the one night they called me and they was like, Mama, we got 2 flat tires. I said, and what am I supposed to do? I said, I told y'all to get a AAA card. And so I thought I was teaching them a lesson. I left them out there to defend for themselves. And at the time, me and my best friend were talking, but they called her and she came out there to help him. And I was like, y'all see, y'all don't listen to me. So they was like, Mom, we ain't gonna never forget you left us out there in the middle of the night. But I want to teach them a lesson because I was like, I told y'all to get a AAA card. You don't listen.
So check this out. I want to push back. I want to push back a little bit on Papi Blanco TV.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I ain't gonna cap. If my daughter ended up being a stripper, OnlyFans, home, porn broad, I would disown her straight up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not saying about you feeling that is wrong, Papi Blanco. I'm saying, what if she ended up becoming a mom? I don't see you as the kind of guy that would disappear from your grandchildren's life. You probably be a cool as hell grandfather.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? When children have grandchildren, the reason that the grandparents really vibe so well with the grandchildren is because sometimes they see whatever successes and and failures they may have had with you, and it's almost their second chance and their opportunity, to have an impact on the
yes,
on the legacy.
Yes, because my grandbaby's on the way, and I do think he's gonna be a boy, and I can't wait to meet him. And
okay, that's why I'll cut you up. Okay, so I see you, Papi Blanco. He's like
but not her. Okay,
right, I couldn't see you not. You know what I mean? You're not that type of dude, bro. You get what I'm saying? And then Trash Can says, Chef, we don't have a kid, just a grandkid. Got it. Okay. So that's what you're skip leveling. Y'all skipping the level.
Yeah, the grandkid is the next level. The grandkid is innocent. The grandkid is it's the next chain of a generation. And then even if you didn't feel like you want the daughter or the son to do better, the grandchild is the hope and the pray that he'll be next in the future.
I agree. You're getting your kudos. All right, super mom.
Yeah.
So let's look at a couple of opposing ideas.
Okay.
Unpopular parenting opinion part 3.
When my kids turn 18, I'm not kicking them out of my house. They can stay with me as long as they need to. Okay? 18 doesn't make you a grown-up. It makes you 18. And I will continue to parent my children until they are able to move forward in their lives without me. That doesn't mean that I won't be upholding any standards or teaching them how to be able to move on without me, but it does mean that my house is still their house until they decide they want to leave or until they disrespect on a level that then requires them to no longer be able to stay. This mindset of kicking our kids out at 18 is ridiculous. I signed up as a parent for life. And that's how long they got me.
I agree with that, but I think some parents, and especially my father, didn't know how to parent children who are grown. He thought that he could still parent us with that fear and that like, you're gonna do what I say. And I tell my dad, I said, Dad, I'm an adult woman who's 47 years old with 2 kids and 2 adopted kids. I need your guidance. I don't need you to control. And so you need to guide and elevate and just give your opinion, but still you're gonna and at the end of the opinion you're gonna say you can do still what you want, but this is what I would do. So I definitely think kids to be guidance. I think but some parents don't know how to parent adult children. And I'm not saying 18, but let me say this. I think if I would have stayed home with my mom and dad, I wouldn't have learned the trials and the tribulation as an adult. I wouldn't have learned the roads and the bumps that I need to learn. I wouldn't have learned to depend it on my own, do things on my own. Now it's only two times in my life that I went to my daddy and mama for some help. 2 times in my life. I'm 47 years old. I went to help, and when I needed their help, they knew I needed their help, and I paid them back. But I didn't need them like that because I learned to be strong and be independent and do it myself. And if it wasn't for my parents being so controlling, I think I would have never learned that. And it's everybody is it happens in each's houses. But sometimes I think kids are coddled too much. We give them too much. We give them an iPhone, we give them a car, we give them all this stuff, and then they don't even know how to work in the real world. Some of them don't even know how to have a job attire, like a tie, a pair of slacks. Some of them don't even know how to do that, even going to their first job interview. And my kids didn't have to learn that because they had that stuff, because they knew when they graduated from school, when got like a nice suit, and so they had that attire. But some kids don't know that. If mama and daddy's always coddling them, and mama and daddy's always giving money to them. Now, my ex-husband, he good when it comes to saving money. I ain't the best, but he taught my kids how to save money, and I appreciate that about him.
Okay, so let's think about the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take a look at this piece here.
Okay.
All right, guys, welcome to my TikTok. This is Erica Courtney. This is part 3. Don't forget to check out the part 2 and part 1 of this same topic. Okay, I had quite a bit to say. So I have a YouTube channel. My YouTube handle is Living with Erica, and I did a video there maybe 2-3 years ago about one of my kids, one of my daughters, who was being smart at flip out the mouth, and the conversation or the debate was whether I should kick her out or not. So here's my thing, to piggyback off of the other 2 videos I just made on TikTok. Guys, go make sure you watch those. Okay, I believe as a parent it is not my responsibility, but I believe that we should help our children when they get past the age of 18. I do not think you should kick your child at 18. I do not think so, unless they are not working, unless they're disrespectful. If they're disrespectful to you, if they are not working and they refuse to help pay bills and help be responsible and help take care of things around the house, by all means, kick their ass out on the 18th birthday. Kick them out. Have their shit sitting outside, because legally you have no more responsibility to them. Kick them out. Don't give them any time at all. So that's how I see that. Okay. So, and what was I going to say? So guys, give me a second. And see, for a lot of mothers, listen, I was a stay-at-home mom. You don't know that from looking at me, but I was a stay-at-home mom. That means when my kids came home, I was there pretty much every day. They rarely came home. For a short period of time of my kids' life, they had to be latchkey kids. I was always home, and I've always been very active. So when they turned 18, that was a relief. That was mom time. That's mom time. That's Erica time, okay? That is Erica time. That means I don't owe you nothing. So everything you get from here is thank you. Thank you, Mom. Thank you. Because, honey, I wouldn't put here for you. Okay? And if you want to live in my world with my husband and I, then you need to get on board with that. Before, you didn't ask to be here. You were a child. You didn't ask to be here. The law says that I'm required to do blah, blah, blah. I did that. Okay? My husband, we did that. Not at you 18, 19, 21, 23 and all that shit like that. I don't owe you nothing. I don't have to cook for you. I don't have to do a goddamn thing. I don't have to clean up your room. I don't have to do your laundry. I don't have to take you nowhere. I don't have to let you drive my car. I don't owe you. I did my job. So if you're that mama and that daddy and you did your job, then why are you still trying to do stuff? It's okay to help your kids out, but you need to be teaching them to help themselves, okay? You need to be teaching them to be empowered and to be independent. Girls and boys. Girls and boys, work hard. Take care of yourself. Have a savings account. Take care of your credit. Learn about credit. Those are things that you can teach your kid, your adult kid, or even when they're under 18. But don't be an enabler to your kids, guys. Over 18, you don't owe them. All right, guys, what you think? Tell me about it. Peace out.
I agree with her. But I didn't leave home till I was 22. You know, I didn't leave home till I was 22. But I knew better to sass my daddy in his house. Oh, I didn't do that. When I was outside his house going to work and being mad, yeah, that's what I was saying. I can't stand living here with them.
I tell you, It's understanding. It's definitely an understanding.
Mm-hmm.
In order for the child to live at home and to stay for a prolonged period of time, it's an understanding on both sides. Your understanding as a parent of, is this little niglet, is this little one, is this kid actually going to move forward, take advantage of this benefit that I'm giving, this foundational start, this jump into prosperity, or are they just going to sit down and chill out and play Xbox all day and squander the options that I'm given? We have to think about that, because there's certain kids that, they're not going to fit. That's not going to work for them. And what it's only going to do is enable them, or with some women, it's going to put them into a position where they're having to fall in under the financial care of another
human being.
Man.
Yeah,
right.
Like you shout out to Big Hef and Mr. O, because you don't want a little Aiden around you. You don't want little Aiden, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You don't want little Aiden. No. Because I love my son, but I never told him that he was a man of the house. I knew it was always my house. And then I started noticing, and my girlfriend kept saying, Andrea, you was treating your son and you was treating your daughter different. Like, my daughter had to do all the cleaning and my son wouldn't do nothing. And then I started realizing I was actually raising my son how my mama and dad did. Like, the girls had to do all the work and the boys didn't have to do nothing. And I was like, no, he gonna wash some dishes. No, he gonna empty the trash. We gonna all do it. And I didn't want, that's how my brothers didn't do it. They didn't have to do no housework. All they had to do was mow the lawn and didn't do nothing else. And so I was like, didn't want my son to be raised like I was. So I started making sure he had to do the same chores as his sister did. If she gonna do a load of laundry, he gonna do a load of laundry. She gonna wash dishes, you gonna wash dishes. Because as my dad and them, they always felt like the man was, I'm not gonna say the best, but the girls always had to be at home cooking and cleaning and taking care of the house. But if you want a balanced man, I want him, he should learn how to cook, clean, and take care of himself until he finds a wife.
Okay. TCW got a message for you. He said, tell your friend of mine a business. Derek said, Black mamas love their sons but raise their daughters. Double standards.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was doing that, and I was like, when my friend was like, Drea, because she got 2 boys. My friend Erica, she has 2 boys, and she was like, they have to do everything, and I don't got no girls in this house. And I was like, then I started looking at it. Was I raising my son and my daughter? My son wasn't doing nothing because he was a little lazy. My son was a little lazy, but my daughter, she was doing all of it. And I looked at it, and that's what I was doing, just how I see it in my own house, living at home with my mom and dad.
Papi Blanco TV said, if you want your 20-year-old son to leave the crib, just walk around the house butt naked when he got his girls over. If that doesn't motivate him to leave your house, nothing will. So you know what?
I was in the shower. I got in the shower and I had a towel on. He was like, Mom, you're naked. I said, this is my damn house. This is my house. This ain't your house. I was like, when you moving out?
So let's talk about that. All right.
I'm like, look, I'm grown. Shoot, I pay all these bills around here. Shoot.
You got Derek's math?
No, I don't got Derek's math.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna send it to him. As a matter of fact, I got it. I'm gonna just drop it in here.
Oh, you know what? I got it. I forgot. I do. My bad. Hold on a minute.
Text him. Can you text him the link, please?
Yes. Okay, I did.
Cool.
Yes.
So Derek, before you jump up, I want you to watch this clip I'm about to play. This is gonna be one of the overarching clips in our discussion. Y'all ready?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna see if you gonna tell him. He coming in right now.
I let him know what's
and then because he ain't going nowhere. That's my son. That's my only son.
At some point, he got to go.
Never no time.
I mean, at some point, he
never no time.
Man,
never no time.
Well, tell him, Christian.
No, you tell him. We're talking about you grown and you gotta go somewhere. I told him, you my only son. You ain't going no damn where. You go when you get ready.
Man, I just feel at some point you need to make your own way. That's what I be wanting to walk through the house naked sometime, and there you go. So I mean, what?
No, if anything, you can go, not him. How about that?
I want to pay all the fucking bills in here. How the you gonna tell me where I can go?
But the thing is, like, why do I gotta, this is my mama's house, like, why do I gotta leave my mama house?
Period.
Man, you damn near 40 years old, damn near it's time to go. I mean, at what point?
I'm 29, I'm not damn near 40.
Well, that's pretty 10
But
years
you know
away,
what, when I met you was living with your mama.
Man, please, I was in and out. Come on, man.
You was living with your mama.
I was only 22 years old.
Now you gonna tell me because he 29.
I ain't getting up. I'm not getting up. I'm not going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere.
Yeah,
mama house.
And you ain't gotta go nowhere.
You know what, damn it, they ain't gonna pay no bills either then, damn it. Now, how you feel about that? You don't want him to go? I won't pay the bills.
But he continue to pay the bills.
He got to go, though, man. It's too much. See, we arguing and stuff about stuff.
Because, at the end of the day, all y'all do is tell me to help. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Like,
man, you a grown ass man. You supposed to know the garbage overfill. You supposed to know to take that outside. Come on, man. I don't have to tell you all this stuff, man.
But the thing is, I'm barely here, so I'm barely making garbage. So why I got to the garbage shop? I'm barely here. If I'm barely here, barely making garbage, barely making dishes, like why I gotta do anything?
Well, she gonna always make excuses for you, man. But
right, he don't even be here. So what is you talking about? He don't be here like that. He come here, he sleeps, and then he on business the rest of the day.
When he's here, he needs to help out. He needs to do some things.
Well, I tell you what,
productive.
He ain't paying no bills,
damn it,
and
he
he ain't
gonna start paying some bills around.
I ain't paying. But I gotta pay.
I'd rather want to fuck out.
But listen, my mama said I gotta pay no bills. I ain't paying no bills.
He gotta pay. What I want him to do is save his money and do what he needs to do with his money, and not pay no bills.
Because all this soft shit you bring it to him, he still got the titty in the mouth. You let all that stuff go on.
No, you know what I know? You jealous. You jealous of my son.
You jealous
of my son.
Only you will say some bull crap.
I don't know if you jealous or not, but I just know I ain't getting on my mama's house. Like, if I gotta get on my mama's house, you gotta put me on my mama's house at the end of the day.
Well, damn it, I'm be carrying you out. You got to go.
Oh, you don't mean you want to carry him out then if that's the case.
I would carry them out. I'd shoot them on out. And
Michael, now you know good and damn well I'm not kicking my son out.
I ain't going
what do you expect?
At the end of the day, I ain't worried about it. Like, at the end of the day, I'm here. I live here, so till I'm ready to get out, I'm gonna be here. So it don't matter.
At what point is you trying to? What's your plans for this man? What's
my plan is to stay in here as long as I need to stay in here. That's my plan.
And what if he 45, 50?
And he gonna be 45, 50 up in here.
Crazy as hell. Well, damn it, I'm gonna be out there.
Bye.
No, he's going
Get the stepping. Get the stepping. Because this is my only son. He ain't going nowhere.
That's what's
my only son. Shit.
You the one made him like this because yo, we dad.
You know what?
Made him.
Come and go. Your son is forever.
Man, I see what I'm saying.
You better go.
I see what I'm saying. That's
right. And like I said,
you made him this way. You made him this way.
I ain't make him this way.
This is a product of your.
I ain't make him this way. Like I said, it ain't like he don't.
Your bad choice.
It ain't like he don't know how to get out here. Like I said, when he ready to go, he can go.
Oh hell no. She's a bad mom. 29 years old, living at home with mama and dad, and living at home with mama and mama's boyfriend or mama's husband, and he don't pay no bills. He ain't amping no trash. He should have been gone. And if the new husband is paying bills and paying all the bills at the house, she's being a little disrespectful too. Yes, a son is always gonna hear, but if that's my husband and my son is living in here and ain't helping, he'll make me sell me 29. He'll be gone at 22. How about that? I don't want to have a little Aiden around here. Okay, because a man is supposed to be a protector and provider. A man is supposed to get out the house first before the girl too. and then she gonna coddle. And when she said that's my only son, I blame her for all this drama that they're having in their house. Because that man is there providing for you and your son because he's paying all the bills. You can't show him a little respect to tell him you jealous? Jealous of what? Your son that don't pay no bills?
Brother Derek, welcome aboard.
Yeah. Shout out and respect due to Flatbush's own Chef Supino. How are you, sir?
Chilling. I'm looking at you right now. I'm looking at you with the Scandinavian silk scrub. What is that? Oh, you rocking the robe one that's here with the smoking jacket.
Well, no, I'm actually at work. This the stuff they give us now. They changed the color from green to I guess this crimson or maroon or whatever. And of course, wine. There you go. Yeah, Chardonnay or something like that. Salute to the ubiquitous Andrea Lynch, hot in Cali. How are you, young lady?
I'm doing. How are you doing, Derek? How are you doing?
Living my life day by day like Rambo. Yeah, I just that last you have to forget the background. Of course, people will come in when I'm on here. Now I was quiet up until now, but that last video that you showed, that was me in 1992. I named names. I was messing with this Jehovah's Witness girl by the name of Lori, and she had a 5-year-old daughter by the name of Krista. I named names. All right. And what it was, she would always have the young lady in our business. Now she's 5 years old. The child is 5 years old, and she's coming up. She damn near in the bed with us when we bucket naked. And I said, Lori, this is not good. I said, how you like? No, this is inappropriate. I said, that girl don't need to see me, and I don't need to see her. This my baby. This my firstborn child, and all of it. When she said this, my only son, that's the same thing she said. And so we would always go back and forth about the child. If she was 5 years old and actually intervening in our conversations. And I said, look, I can't keep, no. I'm an adult and you're an adult. That's a child. Child's supposed to stay in a child place. All right. Well, if you don't like it, Derek, you ain't got to be here. I said, you're exactly right. This is why I have my own apartment. And I tell all men, this is why you need your own, because anytime you get into it with anybody, you can always go home. But when you in somebody else's house, you got to dance to their beat. But I said, Lori, you watch me. Now, remember, Chef, I said she was 5 years old. I said, you watch, one day this girl gonna come to break your heart. Don't you know, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, so the girl is over 30 now. I saw her and the 5-year-old, she now in her 30s. I saw her, she got 2 children, and they both stay with, so the child and her grandchildren still stay with her to this day. And she always wondered why did no man want to be around her. Ain't no man worth their salt is going to put up with that. You got your kids in the house, they can do whatever. Don't nobody want to hear that. But I'll just say really quickly, you cannot keep giving kids everything. How are they supposed to be adults if you always, as Ms. Lynch say, I use that word as well, when you coddle these children? And then you wonder why they're so sorry. So it actually follows, Chef, that yes, a parent would want to keep their children there for 500 years because you know how you failed them or what you didn't do when they was 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 13 and stuff like that, to try to raise them so that they can be self-reliant adults. But we have so coddled these children and made them so sorry and so weak, it makes sense that they still stay at home. And you have mothers like that, the one that you just showed, this is why they can't never keep nobody, because ain't no real man gonna put up with that. Yes, love your son, but your son, I should not be in competition. I should not be in competition with your son. No. So that's pretty much all I wanted to say. Salute to Poppy Blanco, because he done dropped some bombs in your chat. You got to make these children accountable, Chef. Just like we were made accountable, and look at you today, Chef. Ms. Lynch, look at you today. How dare you turn around and make your kids sorry? How did you get to be where you are if ain't nobody put no foot in your ass? Ain't nobody set no fire to you. So that's pretty much all I want to say. And I want to thank you for having me on. Ms. Lynch, you looking beautiful. And I'm shocked at all the jewels you dropped today. I don't understand where all this is coming from. I can't even say nothing about screaming A today. I'm screwed. So I want you to take care of yourself, Chef.
About my morning husband. You always try to go to my morning
Nobody
husband.
nobody likes your morning husband. It's all over the internet. Nobody likes this guy. But I can't say no. I'm impressed. I'm shocked. You are dropping so much wisdom today. What happened?
I'm gonna get you.
Father God. All right. Well, anyway, thank you for having me.
He does it with a serious face too. That's what I love. You're trolling. He's like this, and meanwhile he catching you. Ching, 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 ching. I like this style, man. He's like Brother Muzone. If y'all ever watched The Wire, Derek is like Brother Muzone. Remember the Nation of Islam brother who used to keep the pistol in the Quran. Anyway. My guy, man, thanks for dropping through, and thanks for dropping, your personal experience with this topic, because I think that's the thing that makes it more lucid as well.
Yeah, well, that definitely happened, and I see, and real quick as I close, I'm seeing this all over Philadelphia. Everywhere I go in Philadelphia, you seeing all these little kids that they can't navigate anything because the parents have so coddled them. And my daughter oftentimes tells me how like a lot of her friends can't even get home, and they're 17 years old. They can't get home by themselves, and they look at my daughter damn like a god or something, because like she actually knows how to get around the city. So thank you for having me up, and you take care of yourself here.
Thanks for coming up, family. Appreciate you.
Miss Lynch, salute.
You too.
Salute, my dude.
All right.
Thank you.
Before
we continue, I gotta salute the sponsor. Gotta salute the sponsor, the boy ZB. I appreciate you for that $29.99. Thank you, and thank you again. Yes. All right, you already know you're a part of this thing here. I appreciate your presence, and I appreciate your appreciation by delivering. And I'm not trying to glam it up, y'all, but when somebody goes, even if they put $5 up in there, you got to remember, man, you gave of your time, which is more valuable than money to get that money. So you doing that, you actually giving up your time to us while spending your time watching us. So it's a double. So I appreciate y'all, man. Let's keep this party going. Go ahead, Andre. I'm sorry about that.
No, to me, I feel bad for the mother for not respecting her man who paying all the bills, and not even making her son to grow up to be a good man. 29 years old. I mean, he ain't paying no bills. He ain't amping no trash, but he just laying there coming home like this is the Motel 6. No. And then I thought it was disrespectful to her man to say you can leave, but he can stay. He can always. It's like, yeah, but when is he gonna be a grown man? I'm teaching him protect and provide, and when he gonna have his own family. Because to me, he gonna have his girlfriend, a wife other than the house, but you and your husband. No, that's what I ain't gonna do.
So, what do we do? Let's talk solution steps, right?
She should have been making sure he had a job at 18. He gonna be emptying the trash. I don't care if you pay a little rent here. You're gonna be emptying the trash when I ask you to. You're gonna be helping around this house because you still living here. Or if you can't abide by my husband's rules that you pay something and you clean up around here, then you gotta go. Because last time I checked, this husband right here is being paying these bills around this house. And then even if she met him from his mama house, he's in this house paying the bills now. Respect him. Because he is being a man. And to me, you should let that man in that house make sure that your son be a man. And one day you won't have this problem. He won't have a problem telling his own child. To me, she's being disrespectful to the man of the house who's paying them bills, because what he's trying to do is make your son be a man. And obviously, I don't see no daddy around here to make him be a man, because if he had a daddy, the daddy would make sure he won't be a man. And this is the reason why I sent my son to his daddy house at 10 years old, because I didn't want one like that. And I was so bad. I was so bad that my son, who was 18 years old, had his first job at Christ, not with Christ, but it was what's the cars that went off gas? The
Mopar, Dodge.
No, the ones that run off gas.
Combustion engines.
They got the big plant out here. I forgot, but it have a car that went off.
You
gas.
said that went off. You're talking about off of when you say gas, you're not talking about gasoline.
No, I'm talking about
natural gas.
Yeah, what's the company out here? The company in California. Well, my son went for this company that did them kind of cars, and he was just acting funny a couple weeks. I was like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" He didn't even want to tell me he lost his job. And I was like, I figured out myself that he lost his job. He didn't even tell me. So I was like, look, come home. I need to talk to you. Come over here and talk to you. And I said, did you lose your job? And he started crying. He was like, yes, Ma, I lost my job. I was like, it's okay. I'm not mad with you. We're going to dust you off and send you on back out there to get another job. But he was so embarrassed that he lost his job that he was afraid to tell me. And I felt bad as his mother, because I was like, a man should take care, provide, go to work. I drilled that in him too, and he was embarrassed to tell me. And so I didn't want one like that. I was like, and he was getting lazy living at home with me. He was getting lazy, didn't want to clean his room up. And I was happy that he lived with his dad, because he had structure. He learned how to be a man. He learned how to go to work with his dad. He learned how to provide. He learned how to save his money. And only a man, I'm not saying women can't do it. That's not what I'm saying. But a man can teach a man how to do that.
Well, you told me you said natural gas. You didn't say electric. You talking about Tesla?
I mean Tesla. It was Tesla. You're right.
That's electric. You like natural gas?
I mean, it was Tesla. Thank you. But yeah.
Why Elon Musk did that, man? That's messed up, man.
Yes.
So, since I know you the celebrity gossip queen, right? So. Yes. Lori Harvey.
Yes.
You know, she was living with them.
Yes.
She was living with Marjorie and with Steve.
Uh-huh.
Do you think they should have put her ass out?
Well, Lori is a girl. There's a difference.
Oh,
see, a man, child,
embracing them double standards.
Yes, I might be a little double standard, but a girl can stay at home unless if mama and daddy got a good relationship until she get married. But a boy child, oh no, he got to get out there and get it so he can learn how to take care of family. Because my ex-husband started working at 16 and quit school. I don't think he's an excellent man because he learned how to fend for himself, take care of himself. And then when he got married to be a husband, he knew how to do that. He knew how to pay bills. He knew how to budget. He knew how to do everything. So I think if he didn't learn them skills, being gone from home and being here and stuff, I don't say some of these men right now don't even know how to take care of themselves until they in their 40s. That's a problem. And I think sometimes I'm not saying women can't raise a man, but raise a boy. That some women can do it, but I damn sure think if he had his father in his life, it would be a whole different man. And I think some black women cuddle their sons. Some black women turn their sons into little Aidens.
So now we're going to go to the solution step.
Yes.
What does it look like?
And what?
What does it look like? Because remember, this is going to be one of our shorter form shows today, y'all. So what I am going to do is put the link into the chat now. All right. But let's talk about it. What does it look like? Solution step. How do we do it? because even Derek said, he said, you best teach these girls to be self-reliant, as there are too many beta males that can't take care of themselves out there. And that's a key right there. That's actually a corner that I wanted to turn, which is, especially, you know, TCW said, he said it's not double standards, it's gender roles.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
If the differences that we're with the training that we're delivering to the males versus the females,
mm-hmm.
if it puts them in a it doesn't put them in an advantageous position, then it's a failing double standard. It's not necessarily a good role, because look at Derek. Derek wants to teach. Let me just land this plane real quick. I'm sorry. Derek wants to make sure he keeps his daughter fully equipped for the ecosystem. He wants to make sure that she understands how to move. She doesn't never need no man, that she's going to be able to navigate this wilderness of life without looking for a knight in shining armor.
I agree with that too. I do agree with that too. I think even if she's living at home, I think she should be well equipped to know how to do something. Even though my daughter just moved home for like 6 months, my daughter is a go-getter, know how to take care of herself, know how to get on a bus, and I can see when it comes to her brother, they're 14 months apart, how I have almost handicapped him, because when something go wrong, she the first person he call. He don't call mama or daddy, he call his sister. And because he feel like she know more than us. I don't know how, but she only a year older than him, but he feels like she know more. But it's because I was stronger and harder on her. And then I started being harder on him when I realized that I was being a little soft on him. And then, you know, but I do think a girl should learn how to do things by herself. But at the same time, you want your daughter to stay. If mama and daddy get along with each other and the kids ain't got to go home, they can just stay at home if it's cool. But if they ain't cool, then you got to go. It depends on every situation and every family is different.
Great question. Great question. Excuse me. Now, culturally, we talk about you got to get up out the house. It's time to go. In some cultures, that's not what it is. You stay as long as it takes for you to finish your education, so you have the best standing or you have the best footing, right? Even my parents came from Haiti. In our culture, if, say, you one of my college, you, Derek, and myself are my college friends, and you happen to come through to the crib and my family's going out, and they say, come on, we're going to go out. And I invite you guys. My family won't allow you, if you're a student, they won't allow you to pull out your wallet. Students eat for free within my culture, or the kind of traditions my family set. If you got your friends with you and they're your students, they could leave their wallet in their pocket. You get what I'm saying? Because studying, that's your work. Getting yourself situated, that's your work. Simple stuff like food, and we got that. We got that, taken care of. But let's think about it. If mom and dad own the house, how do you feel about the son staying home to inherit the home for his family? Should he move out and come back later, or should he stay on his own? So that's a great question.
Well, my parents own their house, and nobody live at home with them.
Right, but so the thing is,
but if the son wants to stay at home,
if the son is going to be, let's say, for instance, your brother, if your parents know they're leaving the home to him, for instance, would it make sense for him? Should he move out and come back later, or stay on his own? I have my answer to that question, which is a dope question.
I think my dad tried to let my brother stay home with them, but he couldn't take their behavior, and so he told them they had to go. So I think when you get older, you like things a certain way. My dad tried to live with my brothers, but he was like, I can't do it. I just couldn't do it. It had to go. My brother came, he said my brother stayed home. He was getting divorced. He moved back home and he had 5 kids. And he's like, they writing on the walls. I can't take this. And so my dad said they had to go. So I think it's circumstances for any situation for anybody. It depends on how the relationship is.
Okay. So I want to answer the question.
Mm-hmm.
Where's Aaron's question? All right. Should he stay home to inherit the home for his family? If he has a specific growth or legacy plan that he's already got started, then I think, yeah, he should stay home, because that home is something that's going to be, he can utilize as a home base, a foundational start place to live, and then leverage his monies into the other part of his plan, right? So I can see that working, right? Hold on 1 second. Sorry about that. So what I think would be important, though, what I would want to do is move out, get a taste of that world, move out, get my stripes, get my bruises, get my bumps, get battered, pick myself up, become successful, so that I'd be able to appreciate that gift of that home that would be left to me. So me, I would move out and come back later, but it would give me a certain degree of comfort, understanding that home is there. And I would always think and utilize it as some sort of a foundational tool that I was blessed with by virtue of my parents,
Yeah.
So,
my dad decided to sell the family home, but he asked us did we want it, and nobody said no, no, and I don't want the home because I don't have no attachment to the home, and then plus my mother passed away in that house, so I really don't want to be in that house. So no, I don't. I think that's the reason nobody said they didn't want. My dad decided to sell the house because he wanted to downsize. Now, if she didn't pass away in that house, my brother probably would have took the house and remodeled it. But I just think we're all just saying we don't want the house. My daughter stayed at home while she was in college. So she was 23, went away for 4 years. She's now 34, married. She never returned home to live. Okay, yeah.
Now my sister, when she went to college, she came back from college. She stayed home, and then she went to nursing school. So she wasn't living on her own when she was in nursing school. The guy who's her husband, my brother-in-law, at that time they were taking some special classes. So his parents lived in Westchester County, which is hour and change, a couple hours from Brooklyn. And he lived there, and my sister's classes were out there in Westchester. He had some classes that he had to take in New York, in the city. And that was a distance from his home. So literally for a few months, it was about a good 6 months maybe, he was sleeping at my mama's house in her room, and she was sleeping at his mama's house in his room during that time. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because the parents were big on them completing their education. Now both of them are nurse practitioners, and live in a $4 million home. All of this, like, they're doing very well for themselves. But it had to be that foundational piece that they didn't take advantage of. And that kind of circles back to that earlier conversation about us. There's things that we do out of fear of our parents, and there's things that we do out of respect for our parents.
Yes.
And that, to me, is one of the most pivotal pieces or rabbit holes or overarching pieces that I can bring to this discussion about getting the kids the hell up out the house. it depends on that particular child.
Yes.
If it's a child that does something out of, or doesn't do something out of fear of you, that's one thing. If it's one that doesn't do something out of the amount of respect that they have for you, that's a different kind of child. That's going to be the one that when nobody's looking may actually make the right decision because they feel compelled based on the respect. Based on the respect that they have for you.
Yes.
So that's all I got on it. It's not cookie cutter with these kids. You
it's
have
not.
to know the kid that you're working with.
No, it's not. It's a lot. I think what I'm learning now is to parent the children as adults, because my daughter's about to have a baby, and she told me the other day, Mom, you still talk to me as a child, not as a soon to be mom. And then I'm learning. Okay, I'm saying it wrong. I'm trying to watch my words. And when she told me that, I didn't notice it until I said, well, look, turn over here and get me something. And she's like, see, I'm an adult. Can you ask? And I was like, okay. So I'm in the same thing I blame my parents, my dad for. I'm doing the same thing. So I have to learn to parent them as an adult, not as a child who I can just tell what to do and they're gonna do what I say. And so she was saying me that, but she was saying that I'm a mom. I'm gonna be a mom too. So I have to parent her as an adult and finna be a mom. So it's a trial and error. Let's get them. It's hard. I think it's harder when they're adults trying to parent them than when they're like in teens and in ones and twos. It's easier. But it's trial and error, and I wouldn't change it for the world. I made some mistakes with them, but I have my second set of kids that I'm gonna do better.
And you're about to be a grandma.
And I'm about to be a grandma. I can't wait. He'll be here August 3rd. He'll be here August 3rd.
That's funny. Right on my birthday.
Yes. He's gonna be blessed. Okay, he's gonna be blessed.
Yes. Hey. So, listen, y'all. Today, this was the beginning of something new, of a different thing that we're trying. Call the Truth and Balance Show.
Yes.
Today was Get Out. I like to play with the thumbnails. I didn't put Get Out on the thumbnail. I just, I like to make these thumbnails where they actually say something. So now you see why you got the luggage in front of his face, right? But look, y'all, this is one of the things we're going to be doing. You're going to be seeing more. You're going to be seeing more of us. You're going to be seeing more of the team. You're going to be seeing more of Andrea solo. You're going to be seeing me solo. You're going to be seeing Vic solo. You're going to see Andrea and Vic. You're going to see Andrea and me. They got the sports show. So we got this one here too. So we're trying to mix it up, and we're trying to create a dynamic, to keep you guys watching. To earn your time, earn your trust, earn your super chats. You know what I mean?
And now you're monetized. We over 1,000. You're monetized. We're gonna have a party. We're gonna have a party.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have a party. Stay tuned.
You'll get your vibing guys to come and sing for us.
Hey, listen, man, you giving up the red herrings, man.
Just asking the question, okay?
Appreciate you, ZB. All right, about to go into work. I appreciate that when people, they come kick it with us while they're going through the day. I kind of like this daytime action, though.
Yes.
Talk. We on Lock Nation. What it do,
Thank
family?
You so much. We on Lock Nation.
My guy. Every time I see your name now, I think of you sitting on the edge of the sleigh bed with the sleigh bed headboard behind you. I don't know. I'm big on visuals. Peace. But yeah, folks, I appreciate everybody that dropped those super chats that came through, showed love, cash app, participated. Thank you for coming up. And we're going to do this again. We are going to do this again. And literally, I'm able to keep a show down. And I say, yeah, we ain't going to do a 3 hour. We ain't gonna do more than 2 hours. And look at that, 156.
Well, we got it. We got it under 2 hours.
Nah, I ain't doing no other 2 hours right now. Well, look, we're gonna give y'all a little laugh. You know, give you a little health info.
About creating awareness. Cancer in the early stages is not painful. So it is not easy for a person to know they've got cancer. That is why I encourage men to suck those titties, and I encourage women. Is it embarrassing? You don't suck a titty. What do you suck? You've got to suck something. What do you suck?
Find that at? What do you find that at?
Listen, you have to listen to the doctor. Yo, appreciate you, Andrea. You already know what it do. You know what I'm saying? We're going to keep doing this thing, and we're going to keep having a good time with the folks.
Yes.
But there's going to be one thing that you know we're going to consistently keep doing. What's that?
Vibing.
Peace.
Club on jump, it's the weekend. Dream come true with the big friends. Hitting down doors, that's a defense. Rolling with all, that's an offense. It me change, Jude, I'm peaching. With a bull shaking to my maybe drop pins. So they don't buy, and I say, so they don't buy, you the kid play. Baby, tell me what you want. Jude, I know you ain't fun. Ever since remember that we been knocking at the door. Y'all been moving paper, we be running up the school. Never for that bill that we was sleeping on the floor. West Side Africa, you know the shit ain't fun. I don't care what they say. We don't care. Driving all night long. I don't care what they say. We don't care. Pop it, baby. Come roll with me. All night long. At times relax, my mind's relaxed. I got now from who got next. Here's my number, just send a text. You got a man and she responds, nah. Okay, sure enough. I'ma let you go, don't wanna hold you up. I'ma call your phone when I'm putting up. Whoever let you go must be them as far. Way far. Girl, you so fine, I pay for. Fly you first class to the lake for. Body so blessed, I pray for. Body so blessed, I pray for. Because I don't care what you say. I don't care what they say. We don't care. Vibing, driving all night long. I don't care what they say. We don't care. Vibing, driving all night long. One day I kill it. Night long.
It's the post you girl, nigga. Make sure she focused, nigga. Make sure you focus, nigga. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, hit it.
I don't care what they say. We don't care. Vibing, driving all night long. I don't care what they say. We don't care. Vibing, driving all night long. I don't care what they say. We don't care. Vibing, driving all night long. I don't care what they say. We don't care.
That's a hit. As the adage says, you give a poor man a fish and you feed him for a day. You teach him to fish. You give him no.
Peace.